Hello and welcome back to Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. A quick recap of the last video. We created the railway that you can see in front of you on screen. From the bridge in the bottom right hand corner, the tiny little bridge over the road, all the way up, going out of the screen, at the top of the screen, going into Croydon. So this is the new Croydon to Batley route, which is a really strange thing to say, given that in real life a Croydon to Batley route would be, what, 100, nearly 200 miles? Something along those lines. So yes, this is an alternate reality where these two towns are, first of all, tiny little towns, and secondly, quite close together. In this video, as the title suggests, I'm going to be doing a lot of viaduct and embankment detailing, and also, I suppose, some cutting detailing, but most of this is going to be viaduct and embankment. I was going to time-lapse this, but I've decided not to do so, simply because there are a few ideas that I want to try that I have not yet tried elsewhere on the map, and I want to talk through them and see if they work, whether they do or do not. So I may end up deleting things or building things again, and I want to show that actually happening and run you through why I'm doing some of those things. So make sure you stay tuned. Let's get started, and I hope that my recording all works, because I've been having some difficulty with this new hardware, changing resolution randomly and all of that sort of stuff, not recording properly, flickering, and I think I need to get in touch with Elgato and say, this is not as good as your old hardware, so please tell me what's wrong. But there we go. Let's get started, and hopefully everything works exactly as expected, because I do not want to record this video all over again, which may end up being nearly, I suppose, an hour long. Okay, so because this area is quite, well, no trains are going to be running over here, I am going to have this playing so that there's a little bit of additional noise, hopefully. Yep, so it isn't just complete silence. So, first things first, I want to smooth this little bit out here. So, that is the very first thing that I need to do. There we go. And the same on the opposite side. I have to have these tunnels smoothed out all the way to the top. Excellent. So that is sorted. I'm just going to go all the way along the route just to make sure everything looks okay, which it does. Good. Okay, that all looks okay. Now, over here, what I'm probably going to do is have a road that goes underneath and then around. So it's going to be sort of like a ring road sort of system. And that is something I'm going to have to do in pretty much every town. So we're going to have ringways all the way. And this is probably a good spot to do it. So having the tunnel that goes under here and connecting there. But of course, we already have this particular road. So I could have this extend down here and connect that all the way around. That is the option that we have. So for this detailing, I am going to do that to start with. This bit now is going to end up being some sort of road. And I'll try and figure out what I'm going to do with this bit. But this bit here, I'm going to road up and probably end up breaking this bit for now, and I can easily put this back in. So I'll do that all the way along, and this is part of the detailing because obviously we have a bridge and an embankment here, so I'm going to have to be careful on what I'm doing. This was this road, I believe. Yes, it is. So, I'm going to try and do this properly. And I suppose that is going to be pretty close. Yeah, that can be okay. And I can always swing this around just a little like this. So I think with the limitations of Transport Fever 2, I will make it so that even if it isn't quite perfect on old pathways or old public rights of way, or the plan of old public rights of way, I will still count it. And then of course this bit is a new road designed like that, and then we'll leave that bit going across. Okay, so that works. Again, I have no idea what these roads are, or how to get to them, because they seem to have just disappeared. And I'm not exactly sure why. I mean, that's one actually has street lamps, which is excellent. I may just try and swap to these now. I might try to swap to these ones with street lamps for the larger roads, I think. I think that is a good idea. Just up to there will do. There we go. Although, of course, it makes no real difference because we do not have night in this. So, that is that bit. Now, I said I wanted to do some sort of underground, some sort of tunnel here. But I need to check first off whether a tunnel is even possible. So, if I was going to do that and bring that tunnel depth down, we can. It is actually quite easy to tunnel. Is it, though, even better to make a tiny little bridge? The same as, we go over to here, the same as this. Because I think that would look even better if we were to do that over on this side of Croydon. That way, if we try and expand Croydon around here, which would make perfect sense, we have a main road that goes right underneath in as a bridge. So I think that is what I'm going to attempt to do. And the only way to do that is going to be by causing some havoc here. So I'm going to break this down and then break 1, 2, 3, 4, build the road. And at this point, I think as I do this road, that might have to be the way I do it. Although that makes a very tight angle there. So I might just change that to be that way and then turn. That could, if I can figure this out. Well, would you want to come this way? No. Okay, now I have a better idea than this. I have a much better idea than this. So if I do that, make a node in the middle, just there. Then bring it across, like so. I could probably have this as a country road right now. Connects it like that. I might turn that into a country road. Then grab the node tool, do that, drop it 2 meters. Forget get all of these checks. Auto delete marker will do. And C, just out of curiosity, in fact, no, hold on. We probably want to drop this one 1 meter and drop this bit 1 meter as well. There we go. And then potentially start here, end there, smooth that out, collision, remove collisions. Oh, that was parallel tool. That was a mistake. I meant to not do parallel. It was supposed to be ramp equalizer. Start and end, equalize, there we go. And then similarly, no, just equalize that entire section. Right, okay, well, do that then, equalize there. Okay, so this could, if I get this correct, this was 80 miles per hour, wasn't it? Yes. No, minimum bridge height. Do that. Oh, you are not happy with that. Can you not bridge? You could. In theory, you could bridge this. Look, would you not be able to do that? If I held that, you would be able to put a bridge across here. A strange looking bridge, granted. And certainly if I did this... Oh, that probably works a little bit better. That does work a little bit better. Maybe I'll just move the road slightly. I just want to see if this works. I've done one. Will it allow me to do the rest? It does, but we have a problem with the bridge itself. So I'll have to try to... Okay, I'm going to have to try to make some adjustments here. Possibly because of this bridge. Maybe the better option, if I peel this back a little and wait for the inevitable lag. Right. Let's say, let me say I do this. And I pick a bridge. This bit. No, this bit. Okay. Let's drop this. Do you know what? Make this really quite simple. I'll drop this another meter. Now, surely you still cannot be complaining. Why? Why are you complaining? Keep that flat. If I do that, like that, and then this will probably end up being about 60. Yes, that is better. So if I just create the 4 tracks just here, which may enable me to, there we go, create the bridge span. Okay, now the bridge span here is not working exactly the way I want it to, which is really annoying, although that one is. Okay, give me the right colour for that one. That colour. This could work. Let's see if it accepts 4. 2, 3, and 4. No, the 4th one broke it. Why did the fourth one break that? Why? Okay. Oh, that's 1 and 2 are okay, so it wasn't the fourth one that broke it, actually. So 1 and 2 are okay. 3 is where it starts going wrong. So can I do anything about that third one? What about 4? What does 4... No, 4 is not very happy. Autosave's come in a bit early. Did not realise that I had it running that long beforehand. So I'll wait for the autosave to do what it needs to do. And then get on with the other bits. In fact, in the meantime, let's go over to not A60, just 60. Let's go over to a 60 mile per hour track and say here. Oh, that mess again. Bring that further forward. 59, 60. Good. There's the 60. And then similarly on this side, do the exact same thing. And we have a 60 there too. In fact, I suppose I just want that to mirror. So from there, let's do a 60 and a mirror. There. Back up to 80. Whichever track it was, it's that one, isn't it? And try and fix this mess. Hang on. What if I made this just that little bit smaller? So, no, stay flat. Stay flat, stay straight, I suppose. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And see how... See, these tracks are not all lined up. Now it's just saying collisions everywhere. Why? Why is that colliding no matter what? Right. So maybe that was a little bit too close. This could be problematic. This could really be problematic. Now, apparently it does not like any bridge anymore. For some bizarre reason. Why are you doing that? Okay, I'm going to come back to this section. Let's go move along a little. I'm going to start off by painting all of this bit in a darker colour. So I would like to have, let's find some, which one was it? Can I find it? That's the one, I think. I'm going to check it. It is. Good. And I will begin by painting all of this in that darker colour. In fact, what I can do is I can make this a little bit larger, it's a bit stronger, and just paint up along the side. There we go. Nice and simple. Now I know the opposite side is not done. It's harder to see on this side because of obviously the shadow, but I suppose I can manage. It's a strange shadow. This is a strange shadow, and I may look at changing this mod out. It's good for screenshots, but maybe not quite as good for detailing. So along the entire track, I want to do this right up to, yeah, because you can see that this is slightly different from that grass. It's darker, and it looks more like grass that you would find on the side of a railway. I'll probably end up adding other stuff to it, but for now, this is what we are dealing with. Which you can actually see there. I'll fade it in. On this side, I'll end up fading it in a little. And then here, yes, sure, because I'm going to probably fill this entire area up, this clump up with trees. So I'll do that. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect at this point, because once the other bits of detail go in, you will see how this pans out. But if I kept going with the embankment and the bridges right now, that would just take way too long. I will come back to it, as I said. See, from there it looks the same. So once you're down here, that is where you really start to see the darker colour. And then I'll fade this bit in there. And then along here, I definitely want this to all be the darker colour. I think what I'm going to do is there we go. I'm going to actually create a farm block just there. So that is a bit that is going to change in a few moments once I've just finished painting up this section. Again, just as a reminder, I don't have to do this perfectly accurately, because there'll be more bits and bobs that will override little bits of this or require me to start making adjustments to bits, and there's no point putting the accuracy in just at this point. Think of it like painting, I suppose. When you are painting, you block things in, and then things change, and that is the sort of idea that I'm looking at. Again, here, perhaps do that and put a bit of farmland in just here, across there, and maybe just push this one up a little, which would mean that I would actually erase this bit along there. And over here, I will do some of this on this side and on this side, just around the tunnel area and the viaduct, right the way along there, and then this bit of the viaduct here. And again, I suppose I could push the farmland. So I've left this bit intentionally so I know where the farmland was. And then do this. Yeah, this bit I think is going to end up looking a little bit different. So I'll paint that in that colour for now to remind me of some amount of detailing that needs to happen. There, I can do this like that, and then like that. Build that across, or push that across there. That gives me that area. Yes. And then under the viaduct, I suppose, I definitely want... And this is something that I've not done before. So that bit, and then across there. I suppose all the way across. All the way across there. So you have that area under the viaduct painted in that colour as well, which gives you a bit of the border of the viaduct, I suppose. That, and then across. And this is where I'm thinking about moving these bits. So let me go ahead and do that now. So if I bring that across there, bring the farmland across there. So I'll go ahead and break that one. See, you can already see that the farmland is sort of changing. The shape of the farmland is changing. In fact, I'm going to leave that bit, and I'm just going to do this. Like so. And I think that is kind of quite a cool thing to see. That, yeah, as you develop, just like in real life, as you start developing these things, the farmland will adjust around it. Yeah, if the farmer allows you to purchase that particular bit of land. Of course, at the end of the day, it is the right of the farmer to keep the land they have. Sometimes it causes a bit of chaos, but in all honesty, it's their land. If they're not going to get a crazy deal out of it, why would you sell that? So would I push this land back, or this farm back, and say, look, you get all of this? In fact, I could probably say, look, you get this bit here, like that. So I can block that bit in, put some trees here or something, or a service road down from here, just a little service road into this area. And this person now would get... So would I have the farm there, or would I want it right up against this border at this point in time? Not entirely sure, but it would come down off this road and then into this area. I could even put a stone wall here if I wanted to. That would be interesting to see. Like that. Okay, so would I also push this back? I think that might be a good idea, to push the farm line back to... Or doing that as opposed to there. That could work. Again, I'll work on this side in a minute. And then on the opposite side, as I said, I'd probably, curve this around. Actually, what I could do is curve it around a little bit more smoothly to join here. There we go. Do that, and then... do I want this closer? Or do I want that open? You know what? I think I'm going to push this a little bit closer than it currently is. Well, I say that. At the road, it is the same amount, but just this bit here doesn't stick out. There. And then you just connect up like that and up that little bit there. Oops. There we go. Job done. That works. You can remain. So I'll put that there. This triangle here, you disappear. That works. Farmland over here becomes something like this. Maybe just hook it up to there. This bit in the middle is then broken. Good. Then similarly across here, we'll put the farmland like this. And break that bit. Good. What do I do here, though? Obviously, I want to cross that, but do I want to leave that? I think I will. I think I will leave that bit open. And then, as I said, I want to... Oh, no, do not go up there. No, no, no. That is bad. That is bad. I want to put a farm... There's a farm border here. There. So this is all owned by the railway? What if I did this? Maybe it wasn't all owned by the railway. So if I did that and then broke that bit. In fact, I could probably then do this. There. A little bit more natural. Maybe even this bit here, just bring it in more like that. Okay. That sort of works. And then here as well, do I want this farm to be just there, or do I want to expand it a little bit closer so that we are maybe more... In fact, okay, now I know what I'll do. Again, I'll start peeling it out in this direction. Just do that to it. There we go. That works. And then up here, I do want to keep this as it is. So that is that section complete. And then none of this is really changing here. Aside from... I want to do that now. I will deal with what I want to do with that in a little while. That could be different. Okay, so next up is removal of any areas that are painted that are no longer required to be painted in that colour. So this area. So this is what I mean by a bit of, in a way, blocking in. See, no detail, so it's very easy to then remove the bits that are not needed. Now, of course, actual blocking in is not quite the same. You'd actually make some marks first and then block it, but hey, I do not really paint. Not done any artistic. Would this count as art? I say not done anything really artistic in a long time. In terms of painting or anything like that. So maybe I'm getting it somewhat wrong, but that was always my interpretation of how you would do certain things. So that is that and that all blocked in. We have all of this blocks up. This bit here is a mess, so we will have to have a look at that. I guess I could put some farmland back in here. I should probably lock these roads down too. Else they will do something crazy with them. Yes, all of this really needs to be locked down. Interesting how that bit seems to have some traffic now. And this road along here. All the way down that bit. Traffic lights are also a thing now, it seems. At this stage of the map. Better. I'll lock down. In fact, I'm going to lock all of this down. Becomes okay, so the traffic increases when you lock it down. Strange. There we go. Better. Now, let's continue with this bit. I might as well finish it off. Instead of jumping back and forth, it is better to focus on finishing these bits off in the best manner possible and then moving to a different section. So that is all done. That is all done. This little bit here needs to be done. So now I'm starting to actually put some of that detailing in. And some of that finer, some of those finer details, getting in the corners and all of that kind of stuff. But still, it is not yet complete. Why can I not get rid of? I want to get rid of some of that. I'm going to put sand under it and get rid of it. I can. There we go. Just put some sand under it. Should probably put actual ballast under it, but if you're not going to put actual ballast, then sand will do. Right, these areas. Trees, and lots of trees. So, tree. And I would like to... Oh, should I put some sugar maples here? How do they look? They do look nice, but we have so many oak trees in the UK. Chestnut trees is what we have missing. Yes, we have chestnut trees are definitely missing. Right. Skip collision will do no for now. And you'll see there, that is why I do not paint everything in all the detail, because I'm going to have to go back and do this bit in the middle. That's okay though. It's not really a problem. I'll just do a smattering of oaks. No, do not resize that. There we go. And then change colour. Smattering of lighter oaks, just to give you that shading. Don't want everything the same colour, the same size. I'm going to put some Scots pines in here too. There we are. How's that looking? That's quite built. That's just fairly decently built up. Another one of these oak trees types, like that. And now I'm trying to really add that density to it. So you can see that I'm trying to really build it up. Again, the Scots pines are coming. They're sort of the two main trees, along with the is it the birch tree that I'm using as well? They're the trees that I'm focusing on. Okay, now here I might push this back and just add some bushes instead. Going to have to see. So we'll see. There's a couple of Scots pines. Let's just put a bunch in here, if possible. It's a little bit more than maybe I would want, but I'll put a few in. Actually, that does not. So you're driving along here. That does not look all too bad. Then we need to put some bushes. And for this, I'll use the good old common hazel. And that gives you the more lower part of the foliage. And with this, I could even say skip collision, yes. Bring the strength down. And now it will really tie it all together fairly nicely. Actually, bring that strength up again. Not quite to 1, but close enough. Is it not happy with it? There it goes. There it goes. Just around the areas where you would really be looking. So this bit's here. See? Now that just looks completely covered. That is what I want. Similarly here, I want it to look pretty much completely covered. This is proper woodland. And around here I'd want some bushes, and then this area. And I know these are just one colour, but with the amount that with the amount of colours I've put in already, this should, in theory, work quite well. Top of the bridge too. Oh, there's one in here that I do not want. There we go. Top of the bridge, sorry, top of the tunnel. There. Excellent. So that is an entire section completed. And then what I want to do is I want to get the eraser tool. It's a very fine strength, or high strength, low radius. Just push back on some of these on the embankment area, just to give it a little bit of clearance, like that. Just all the way along. There we go. Making sure that it does look just about right. Across there and even here. These trees maybe just a touch too close, so I'll just push them back. Open up the area a little. Even these ones just here. Just open up that area just a bit. Perfect. Similarly along here, if there's anything that's sticking a little bit too close, like those, just push them back. Like that. Now I could actually get rid of this entire border. It's now unnecessary. So there we go. Just remove this bit of the border, and we are looking fairly okay. Then what we need to do is go to the paint tools, find that brush again that I used as a block brush, and start filling these bits in. But this time, as I fill it in, as I was told, press shift. If you press shift, it overrides the other textures, any other ground textures, which is excellent. This was something that I had been looking for a long time. I didn't know it was a thing. So again, thank you to the person who left that comment many weeks ago, or months ago, because it has really helped. It isn't the most perfect of things, but it is better than anything else that we have. So see, it allows me to give it that last bit of extra texture so that it doesn't look completely like it's just a barren bit of, or I say barren bit of land, just lots of twigs and things on the ground. It looks much more like what it should. I could even turn this into rock if I wanted to, which I might do. So far, there hasn't been anything too different to what I've done previously. Obviously, the embankment is a little bit different, as there is a bit of difference there. But overall, it has been fairly similar. See, all of this, do this to it all. Just have to be careful as you go over the railway, because it does catch the edge of the railway ballast, which that is where it gets a little bit more difficult. See, it's just catching the edge of the railway ballast, so I will need to maybe make some adjustments there. I'll have a look. I'll have to see going forward. There we go. Now that looks fairly... Oh, a bit here. In fact, it doesn't all have to be like this. You can always have little bits. Little patches here and there. I can even put a little patch of... let's put a little patch of poppies. Just as you go through. Tiny little patch of poppies here. There you go. Just a splodge of red. Not there. Maybe poppies was a bad idea. Should have used... should have used something like chamomile or something. Maybe. Anyway, that is that section completed. I still have a little bit of time before I want to end this video. There's another autosave, but that's okay. And this is where some of the other little changes are going to be happening. So this is going to take me a little bit longer because I'm going to have to do this as a single tree, but I am going to start doing little clumps. So you'll see how this pans out. Once the autosave is done. There it goes. So I want to do this. And since and this is something that I had been wanting to do for a while, but didn't actually get the time to do. So it's the idea of actually having tree lines as opposed to just... See, as opposed to just having just a little set of bushes, you actually have a tree line. One of the reasons I was not doing this was due to the fact that we had these silly ground textures, which I did not like. But now that I know how to get rid of those, this is far more appealing. See that? Just looking at that looks so much better than just, well, that. And you can see where the farm used to be. So you can easily see that it went right across there. And obviously the embankments has cut some of that. What I can also do is add a little bit more colour to this and variety. And again, I'm not going to do it's not going to be trees at every single spot. I do want to put one in there and possibly tuck one in there, and there. That tree sort of sitting on its own, that is okay. There we go. So that is another important... See, that level of detail is really important, I think. It just adds... Of course, now what it does is it makes everything else feel like it's out of place. But that is okay. Now, the question is, can I erase any previous texture? No. So, what is that? Oh. Sure. This is becoming one of these fields. I did not know I had this particular paintbrush, but that is quite an intense field of this. I'm going to have to work on that. I was not expecting it to look quite as flowery as that. That is definitely the correct term here. Definitely flowery. And people over here will be able to get great tea. Get some chamomile tea. There we go. Ah, this corner. See, I can then bring this all the way along the edge. I wonder how that would look, actually, from a train. No, that actually looks really quite nice. Okay, sure. I'm going to leave that one exactly like that. Not what I had planned. Wait, we have sunflower. Oh, the sunflower does not look great. And we have the plant that I've been looking for. That is a plant that generates rapeseed oil. Right, that is going everywhere because in Britain, we have this pretty much everywhere. But anywhere you go, that is something that you see. See, that chamomile versus... Is that not the same? I'm very confused. No, I just need to find this grass, which is this one, it seems. Is it? I think it is. It's just grass green. Alright. Just get this bit here done. And then if I just do that and smoothly... There we go. Sort of smooths it out a little. So it doesn't look like the grass is specifically painted in. There's a patch. It's a bit patchy here. I'm getting distracted, which is not good. Oh no, I cannot get rid of that patchiness. Okay, so that is that bit there. Over here again, I need to go to grass green. Grass green, there it is. Make it smaller, much smaller. Teeny tiny. Like that. And fill that out. See, that just changes... It just changes the leveling, or the level of detail that I can now put in. Because I no longer have to worry about those ground textures much. I still have to do some, have to be concerned somewhat. Where is that one again? There it is. So one next to the reeds. Just remember that. Next to the reeds. Excellent. So I've done that there. And another place I want to do is just across or out of here. But before I do that, I may as well check whether this is the right colour grass for this area. Which it appears to be with a bit of a... There is a bit of a mix. No, it isn't the right colour, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I'm going to then change this entire thing into this colour. It does blend in. There we go. It's a bit of blending. Assets. Oak tree. Again. And let's start placing some oaks. Actually, I think maybe I should do them all under... Because this... If I do them all where it's collisions, then I know that I am probably placing them directly in the bush, which is what I want it to be. And over here, I'm actually going to just clump it in a little, like that. I'll do the same here. That is another thing that I need to work on. Actually trying to naturally create thickets and little bits of woodland here and there. There, that is starting to work quite nicely too. Excellent. Maybe I should just have this stick out at... No. Okay. And we'll do this one, I suppose. Wait, I've done that colour, right? No, that was the lighter one. Okay. And bits in here, and apparently it wants to sit there. Fine. I suppose a little bit here and there, and that should be okay for this area. And then again to the paint tools. Force the grass, force the green grass in this. Oh no, this is definitely a different texture. Again, it does fade into it, so I'm okay with that. It goes to the lighter green grass, so I guess I'm going to work with that. Sometimes I think the farm's having a more solid colour, I think does work just that little bit better. And I do not have to worry about crossing this border now, because that is going to be absolutely fine there, see? And I think that seems to work okay. And it does add quite a lot of detail just to this viaduct area. Lavender. You have to have lavender somewhere here, and of course, a field of wheat. Where do I want the field of wheat? Above this or this one? No. This one is going to be the wheat. No, actually, wait. That one. Yes. Here we go. Oh, but can you see it from... As you're on the embankment, will you be able to see it? Not really. But I guess you will be able to as you're driving down this road. So I'll have to start considering that. I'm not sure when these additional brushes were added, but whenever they were added, thank you to the person who has done this. It's just a shame that this does not look as yellow from a height. If it looked just that little bit more yellow, that would have been excellent. Just a slightly different ground texture, effectively. And the thing about this is that I see these on the side of the road as well, so even if it does stick out off the edge of the bushes, doesn't matter. That is realistic. I literally see it on my drives. I'm driving around and it is like that. What it will not do is that between two farms, because the other farmer would very much, or if it is just a different person, if it's the same person, different farm, the other farmer would be, or the farmer would be ensuring that it doesn't encroach onto the opposite, the other farm. So we have that, we have that, we have that. This, I think I want as lavender. See, again, I wish that looked purple from there, but as you're coming in here, that will definitely look like a field of lavender, which is excellent. Oh, I've encroached over the border. Rubbish. Again, I suppose lavender is a wildflower, so that may happen. this is very likely that can happen. And over here, hold shift. And the edge, just there. You can even have it encroaching just a little bit into that area, if I so wish. And through here. Oh, the road ends there. Maybe I should get this road going all the way up now. That's probably be useful. Oh, should I do that? So the road goes through there and get it going up there so anybody who wants to go... I mean, they're still going to cut down here, so this road is not going to end up being used. But still. That doesn't look too bad. That actually looks really quite good. And I think with that, this video is coming up to somewhat an hour long. And... ooh, what is that? Go away. And I think it is... things are looking quite... actually, they look quite good overall. Not 100% keen on every single one of these extremely tall Scots pines. Some of them are very tall. I prefer the slightly shorter ones. Maybe that will do. Similarly here, I could just remove some of those, the tallest of trees. There, maybe that is a little better. Good. This bit needs a fix. There we go. In fact, it might actually need some... could I give it some blending? Let's try and blend it a little. How does that work? Sort of. Not great, but it does sort of work. Okay. Anything else I want to do before ending this video? Obviously, I wanted to build a whole bunch of stuff here, but that is not happening. What I could do is put in a clump of trees over here, though. And should we have a clump of birch trees? Let's do that. Just for the sake of it. Let's put some birch trees just along here. There we go. Not too bad overall. There. And then use the eraser a little. Just to, again, clear up anything slightly too close. Like that tree there, and that's one there. Go back to the paint tools, find something to paint with. I'll use the one after the reeds again. And paint it all up. In fact, using this at 0.3 strength might be a good idea. Although, does it over... no, it doesn't. It does still see that as a strength. I was going to say, does it override the other bits? There we go. Not too bad. So, coming along here, just a bunch of trees. Sorry, you cannot see anything, cannot see anything, cannot see anything. And then, ta-da, you can see everything again. That works. This bit definitely works. This bit works. This works. This is... yes. Remove that and remove that. That is now better. Yep, that works much better. I think that is good enough for this video. Now, In the next video, I will do this bit. Obviously, I've painted all of this, so it's just a matter of trees and fence lines and things like that, which now I know how I'm doing it, I will be able to do fairly easily, and blending that in. I did want to... I'm just going to check something here. Castle. I did want to do this, but I'm not sure. It's this castle ruined, so I want to actually... Yeah, this is something that I want to do. But I do not want ruins. I want an actual... sort of an actual castle up here. Which would be made out of... probably this sort of stone. How would this work? I'm just going to be curious here. If I was to do that and then do the walls. No, it's a small wall. See, that's too small. Then if I could have a full-size wall along there, potentially I could put a castle up here. So you'd go past and there'd be a castle, and then you'd have castle walls, and that would give people a reason to come up here or something like that. But I'm not entirely sure. What I will do, though, is to finish this video off, I'll leave a turret up here to remind me that, hello, this is something you were trying to do. Although, would the castle... Right, the castle would be further up the hill, wouldn't it? It would be right at the top. You are not going to see it from any railway. Not here. The castle... If I'm going to put a castle in, it needs to be somewhere where I'm going to be able to actively see this. Because otherwise it is just silly. It'd be silly to have a castle. You cannot see it up that hill either. It just disappears from view. Okay, maybe not. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think about the castle. But for now, I think I will take a screenshot of an area. Where should I take the screenshot? Would this work? This could work. From here, maybe. Let's have a look. Perhaps. Quick peek up, down, across. Actually, if I move into position first, then it makes it a lot easier to get the screenshot in the way I want it to look. Which is probably more... then I have problems with LOD. Can I actually improve that LOD? Graphics. Geometry. High. Maybe. That might work. No. No, not really. I guess this side will have to do. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon if you can do so. Link in the description box below. As are links to my social media and Discord server. I am trying, really trying to get a good shot here, but the shadows and everything just are not working the way I want them to. I guess this is going to have to be it. It isn't going to be the best of screenshots, but hopefully it shows you what I have done. So there we go. That is all from me, and I shall see you next time in Transport Fever 2, where Now that I have an idea of how to do some of these, I'm going to be doing a lot more of this. I'll see you next time.